Welcome to Dirt Diaries, the podcast where the women of agriculture get real. From muddy boots to boardrooms, we're digging into the unfiltered stories of the farmhers, ranchers, and every her shaping the future of ag. This isn't just shop talk, it's real talk. We're covering career paths, big wins, hard lessons, and everything in between. So whether you live it every day or you're just ag curious, pop in your earbuds and get ready. These are the raw, inspiring, and wildly relatable conversations you won't hear anywhere else. Let's dig in. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dirt Diaries. Today's guest is someone who lives and breathes ranch life, and she shares it in a way that makes you feel like you're right there in the cab with her or even horseback next to her. Alex Templeton is a third-generation farmer and rancher from Northwest Missouri. She's been working cows alongside her dad since she was a kid, and now she's earned her spot as both rancher and business partner. You may know her online as Ag Talk with Alex, where she brings people into the everyday reality of modern ranching, fences that need fixing, hydraulic oil on your hands, and the long days in the cab that make it all happen. In this episode, Alex and I talk about what it's like working with family, raising her daughters in the same dirt she grew up in, competing in the Red Bull Rancher Strong event, and how she's breaking down stereotypes about women in agriculture. Alex is unapologetically herself. She's funny, hardworking, and as real as it gets. So let's do it. Let's get dirty with Alex. Well, another wonderful episode of Dirt Diaries with Alex Templeton. Alex, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to chat with me. I know you are busy as always, but man, let's just dive into it. You are going to be on this season of FarmHer / FarmHer, and I got to go out there and film with you, and it was so fun. But for our viewers and our watchers or listeners, all the peeps, give us a little backstory on who you are.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me, and I'll always have time for you, so don't worry about me being busy.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've always got time for you, but thank you guys so much for having me. So yeah, a little bit about me. I'm 32 years old. I live in northwestern Missouri. I'm married with 2 daughters, and I live and work on my family's farming and ranching operation, and this is the only job I've ever had. I've never worked for anybody else other than myself and my dad.
Yeah, and you got a cool, interesting thing going, especially with your dad. You guys are like best of friends. You're very similar. You get to work with him all the time. That's really special because not a lot of people have that opportunity to work with their parents.
Yeah, and I think anybody who does work with family, whether it be their parents, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, they will recognize that there's a certain level of difficulty, I guess you could say. And I don't want to say for my dad and I, it's always sunshine and rainbows, but honestly, 95% of the time it is. Like, we get along so well. And I mean, take that with a grain of salt. When we're working cows, we'll get on each other's case. And, but when I first started working for him, he said, "Don't take anything I say to heart when you're working cows." And I said, "You don't take anything I say to heart." It's a lot of back and forth, and we just let things go when they need to be let go. And after working with him for so long, I earned his respect in a new light, not as his daughter, but more of his partner. And I think that's really helped us a lot.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I mean, working with family is challenging to say the least. But it also is very rewarding. And you see that. I mean, I got to be around some of your family members when we were there filming, and they all hands on deck, helping out whenever it was needed. And I thought that was really cool and special. Which I also think is funny. Your husband, you could talk about what he does, but you guys obviously are in the same industry in a sense, but in different parts of it. So talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. So my husband Cole is from the next town to the west, like 30 minutes away. And our families have known each other forever, but Cole and I actually didn't know each other. And then we met at a local, like, small town festival, and we just hit it off. So he works in ag retail. So he sells inputs to farmers, like seed, chemicals, fertilizer, and then they custom apply. So we do just enough of the same thing to where we each get what the other's doing, but it's different enough that, I could go to work with my dad every day. I don't know that I could go to work with my husband every single day, but no, I'm just kidding. Cole's great, but yeah, so he works more on the farming row crop side of things, and then I'm more on the cattle side of things. But then he also sells crop inputs and things like that to my family. So we're all intertwined.
Yeah, I think it's great. It makes interesting conversations at the dinner table sometimes. And if you don't want to talk about the industry at all, then you know what? You just move on and talk about something else. Another big thing is I know you have such a large social media presence, and there's so many people who follow you that are in the industry, but as well as outside the industry. Talk about how that came about and really just how organic you are on social media, especially incorporating your dad.
Yeah, doing things on social media really just fell into my lap. It started when I graduated from college, I would say in like 2015. I really love to hunt. That's my passion. My dad also raised me hunting. We love to bow hunt and we've bow hunted all over the United States. And I started posting on Instagram, just like any other girl does, about my adventures and my endeavors and things like that. And then after I graduated from college, I came home and started posting about farming and ranching too. And I would say that's when it really took off. Like people really took a hold to that. And I felt like people could really relate to a daughter coming home working with their dad. And I get a lot of support and comments and messages from people saying, "Oh, your dad reminds me of my grandpa. He reminds me of my uncle," or, and I think people just really enjoy seeing a look at the workings of a large scale working operation, and that it's family
Hmm.
oriented and we have goals and lives just like everybody else. And it's not always fun. I try to show the good, the bad, and the ugly in a responsible and respectful light, and advocating for agriculture is something that is really, really important to me and important to us. And I know through just what people have messaged me that people look through my Instagram as a look into what it's like working on a
Hmm.
ranch in Missouri. And I'm just really proud of that.
Yeah, and you should be proud of that. I mean, aside from that, though, you've gotten some cool, I would say, opportunities, but brands to work with, and you've met a lot of people along the way. I saw recently, I think you posted something. I don't even know if you could talk about it, but with Can-Am, I think you maybe can.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's I can
Yeah,
talk
talk
about it
about
as
that.
of yesterday. Yeah, I started
Okay,
working.
cool. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, perfect timing. But yeah, Can-Am and BRP are one of those like really cool brands that I would have never in a million years would have expected to want to work with little old me. And it's just that I'm so, so blessed. And that team is just amazing. And one thing I really love about working with brands like Can-Am is they say, okay, here you go post whatever you want. It's not, well, we need this from you and we need that from you. They really want to see the organic usage of how we use our Can-Am defenders. And that's something that's really, really fun because they don't put limitations or restrictions on us. They're like, okay, here you go. Like, go do your thing. And that's what makes it really fun because I really prioritize showing things how they really happen. I want to show, like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I
Hmm.
don't want to sugarcoat things. Now, in the ranching industry and even in farming, there are certain things that I will show in like I said, a responsible light. I don't want to
Yeah.
ever paint agriculture in a bad way, but I don't want to pretend like bad things don't happen because that's just not the way it is.
Yeah, 100%. I think too, when people tune into this season and see your episode, they'll really see the authenticity like shine through on the screen. And I'm excited for people to watch that because sometimes I think it is so hard to be in this industry, do what you're doing, and then also have that presence and spotlight on you in social media and not be a little fearful of just being yourself. I mean, have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, it's yes and no. Like, I really try to keep myself grounded, and I'm just a normal girl. Like our operation has a ton of flaws. Things break down. I break things. I make mistakes. My dad breaks things. My dad makes mistakes, and we don't always get it right. But I think just consistently showing up for myself in that way and not being ashamed of those facts, I think that's really helped me stay grounded throughout the whole thing.
Um, Talk about being a mom and being in this industry and being able to raise two daughters in this industry. I mean, when we were out there again filming, you were having to feed still. Like you were,
Yeah.
like you were having to be a mom. And there's just so much that goes into that. But I know it brings a sense of like pride and just fulfillment and enjoyment as well.
Yeah, one thing that's been really neat about becoming a mother, there's a million things, but just one thing that I really love is I've worked with my dad forever and with my parents forever, and I have such an incredible relationship with my parents. Now that I'm a parent, it's neat, like experiencing a little bit of maybe what my dad has experienced getting to work with me every day and just how special, because I'm just yeah, I go to work with my dad, no big deal. But I have to, I realize now that there's this sense of pride that he has when he's like, yeah, I work with my daughter, and because I'm raising my kids, my two girls, the same way I was raised, with a passion and a love for agriculture and for cattle and for livestock. And being a mom, like, it's really hard. Like, it's really hard. And I'm fortunate. I'm very, very blessed to have a village. My mom, my sister, my husband, my dad, my nieces, they're all such incredible help. My mother-in-law, I mean, I couldn't do any of it without them. So I don't take the girls with me every day, but there have been a lot of days that I'm out feeding cows, nursing one baby, the toddlers, causing trouble in the truck, and we just make it up as we go, and so far it's working.
What do you think the most valuable thing that a kid that is raised in this industry, I mean, I shouldn't say the most valuable. I don't want to put it to one singular thing, but just the lessons, for life that they learn from being raised in this industry?
I think a work ethic. I want my girls to be raised to know what a hard day of work is. And my dad, he wasn't mean to me as a kid. I'm not trying to say he was, well, sometimes, but in like a good way. But I can remember going with him, and we'd be going to patch fence all day, or, work on water gaps or something. And I'd say, Dad, I want to go with you. And he'd say, okay, like, get your boots on. Like, you're going with me. And again, I'm not, he wasn't mean, but like, he didn't pack a bunch of snacks. He didn't pack a bunch of water. There was no tablet or anything for him to bring to distract me. I was like little, and I mean, I had my own little pair of work gloves, and like off we went. And I can remember saying, oh, I'm thirsty. He'd say, well, we'll go get a drink when we're done. And, but I never remember like being upset with that. I was just like, okay, that's what we'll do. And, so I'm not going to like deprive my children of like nutrition and food and water.
Yeah. Anybody out there listening, no one's getting deprived here.
Yeah. I'm not going to like withhold food from them. But at the same time, if we start a project, like, we're going to finish it. If we're out working and something needs to be done, we're going to do it. And I've already tried to implement that kind of mindset gently with Sunny, who is our oldest. She's 2.5 now. Like, we'll be out doing stuff. And again, she's not like going on like a huge long work day. Like, she's still a baby, but when we're out, she'll say, I want to go home. And I'll say, okay, yeah, we'll go home after we finish what we're doing. We're going to go feed this last group of cows, and we go home. And she's okay. Like, she's happy about it. And it's already like she's understanding, okay, we're going to finish this project and then we'll go home. And then, but I do bring snacks and stuff to entertain her, snacks and water, but that's just something that's important.
I think I even snacked on some of their snacks.
Yeah,
during that. Maybe Johnny did too. I think so. I think we were like, oh,
did.
I think Johnny definitely did. I don't know. I just love, again, going out and getting to meet people like you and families like yours, and just seeing how they really embrace this lifestyle. Obviously, it's what you've always wanted to do. It's what your family did, I know. And I don't know. I just think that's special. And I think sometimes it's hard to show people, really like just how valuable this lifestyle is, and everything that you guys are doing. Now switching gears a little bit, what was it like? I know you've done filming stuff before, and so that actually was very nice for us because it made like our whole day or day and a half, 2 days go by seamlessly with you. But what was it like when the FarmHer crew, RanchHer crew, I should say, showed up?
It was really fun just doing stuff focused on like livestock. And because most of the time when I have done filming projects in the past, there's a lot of hunting stuff thrown in there, which I obviously love. No complaints about that. But it was fun doing something that was just focused on our farming and ranching operation. I I
Yeah.
really enjoyed just getting to talk about cows and the farming and our family dynamic that's in with all that.
Yeah, and I mean, it was calving season, so give a little glimpse to our listeners, viewers, to just what that's like for you. I mean, you guys don't get to sleep. Like, you're on
Yeah.
the clock, constant.
Yeah. We were calving heifers when you all were here, and that is like our favorite thing in the world. We are like maybe the anomaly ranchers that love calving out heifers, but we really enjoy it. And so we were, calving throughout the night and, checking on them. Thankfully, we had pretty good weather. It's, definitely not that fun when the weather's really bad. But I
Yeah.
can remember when you all were here, I was thinking like, we've been having like 12 to 15 calves a day, and then you guys got here and it was like two. So like it like slowed way down, but we got
It
right in
worked
there.
out.
Yeah, you helped me pull one, and it was a pretty hard pull, but you got right in there. I was happy that you dove right in and helped me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one of the guys' favorite things that we both were doing that, and I was like, "Man," I was like, "I need to hit the gym if I'm gonna be going out to Alex's again anytime soon." I was sore for a few days. I took
I
all my might.
It's funny, like before, like there's no like off season in like farming and ranching, but at the
Mhm.
same time, there are times of the year where you just kind of have your busier seasons. And it's funny, like doing tasks like flipping up a hay ring or something like after like busy season is over. At the beginning, it might like kind of struggle. And then at the end, I'm just like with one hand, like
Like, "Got this."
I'm like superwoman all of a sudden. So like, yeah, you really do like build some muscle doing this stuff.
Well, speaking of being Superwoman, you were in the Fort Worth Stockyards and competed. What it was it the Red was it Red Bull? Was it
Yeah,
a
it was
challenge?
called the Red Bull Rancher Strong event. And it was like, okay, imagine like CrossFit, ranching, American Ninja Warrior, like all had a baby. Like that would have been this. Like, and the people who did it, like I thought I had seen people that were in shape before. No. Like these people were insane. These men and women, they were from all over the United States, and we all met up in Fort Worth, and Red Bull put on this event, like an obstacle course basically, but it was all like rancher themed. So you had to like climb up hay bales and like throw a tire over some panels and like pull a rope sled. Like it was tough. It kind of like kicked my butt.
I was gonna say, so it was in I know the Coliseum down there in the
Mhm.
Stockyards, and I mean, was it something you were doing all day, or is like were you competing against each other while you were doing it, or what? Or was it a time-based thing?
Yeah, it was a time based,
Okay.
and so, but it was like all the women against each other and then all the men against each other. And yeah, so I didn't make it out of the first round. But
Hey, at least you did
it
it.
was so like it was so hard, like, and the other women that I was competing against, I mean, they were amazing. So I didn't stand a chance. But you know what? It
There were
was an
some bad
excuse.
bees.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. It was an excuse to go to Fort Worth. My dad came with me, of course, because he goes everywhere with me, and we had so much fun.
I love that. That
Mm,
is so fun. I know I remember messaging, I think I was trying to go I was supposed to be back in Fort Worth that weekend because I wanted to go down there and watch it if I could, because 'cause I'm like, "This sounds insane," like, that they're doing like, it sounded cool, but
yeah.
obviously something I would never be physically fit enough to compete in or
Well, the
attempt.
day the day it happened, everyone was talking about, what they did to prepare and all their exercising and, everything. And, the night before, my dad and I went out on the town in the stockyards and, doing the 12-ounce curls. So I was like, well, I went about this totally wrong.
Just throwing back some bush lights with
Yeah,
the
we
white
were. I was
elephant.
like, this is training for me. So
This
whatever.
is
It was
training.
fun.
That's fun. I love that so much. That is so great. Okay, so what can we expect coming up for you? Do you have anything on the calendar? Any events that you could share that you're attending or
Ooh.
any exciting things?
Yeah, I might.
Or do you actually get to be home?
I'm gonna be home a little bit. I mean, it's
That's
deer
nice.
season opens September 15th, so I'm gonna try to stay home as much as I can to kind of hopefully kill a deer because
Yeah.
my time working is limited and different now, and my time hunting is limited and different now. So it truly that's kind of tough, but it's just part of it, just the stage of life I'm in. But I actually might be this just like came about like just a day or two ago. I might be coming to Fort Worth in October for
Okay.
Yeah, an event with Pendleton whiskey.
Ooh, fun. Ooh, love me some Pendleton.
I
So
know.
I'll
I
have to
know.
meet up with you.
I know you'll have to
That's cool.
crash the party and come hang.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Mhm.
I used to go, I don't think I'll be attending this year, but Pendleton Rodeo, and they have
Yes.
a roundup. Oh my God, they have the Letterbuck room,
Hmm.
and you go in early in the morning, and you're just enjoying yourself watching the rodeo from in there. And the rodeo is great actually outside when you're watching it, but the Letterbuck room, it'll just suck you in, and you never
It'll
leave. And
it'll
all they
just
serve
get
in there
you.
is Pendleton.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
It'll
I've
get you.
I've never been, but I want to go so bad. I've heard so much about it.
Oh, you would love it. It's such
Oh,
a good time. Okay, we're gonna play some games now that
okay.
Jenna and Holly have created. Jenna is so great at this. They're fun. But we'll start with break the ice. Um, so here we go. What is a weird habit that you have? Or I guess a habit. It doesn't have to be weird. It could be any kind of habit.
When I'm working like by myself, I like to have the music up in my truck or in my Can-Am as loud as it can go, and I like to like listen to rap music and like rap really loud.
Or like Alex the rapper.
Yeah, like stop. Like it's yeah. I get pretty
Or
into
like
it.
here
Like
she is getting into it.
yeah.
Do you have like a theme song, like an anthem?
Oh, I don't know. There's a few. I'm really into 2 Chains.
Oh, this is great.
Yeah, I
Wow.
like 2
What did
Chains.
you guys learn about Alex when you were watching Dirt Diaries? That she loves her some Two Chains.
Yeah, 2 Chains, if you're watching this, let's collab. Let me be in a
Yeah.
music video.
Two Chains. We're gonna drop Alex's info. Just hit her up. You
Yeah,
got a
tag
collab
2
coming your
Chains.
way.
Everybody tag 2 Chains.
That is so great. Okay, do you have a guilty pleasure?
Ooh, my guilty pleasure. Ice cream.
Mm,
That's
like
kind of a lame
just
answer, but like it's true. Like I'll
do you have
smash some ice cream.
just singing Two Chains, smashing ice
Just
cream?
yeah, like I love it.
That is great. Do you have a favorite condiment that you use in excess? You're like ice
Chick-fil-A
cream. I put it on
sauce.
everything. No. Ooh, Chick-fil-A sauce. Yum.
Chick-fil-A sauce on
That's a good
everything.
one. Yum. Something you wish you were better at.
Oh, something I wish roping.
Um, yeah, because I know you like to ride and
Yeah.
you don't always get time to do that.
Yeah. So I wish
Ugh,
I wish I could like team rope or breakaway rope. I just
oh, that's cool. Yeah,
yeah. That's on my to-do list.
I like it. Hidden talent. Maybe rapping.
Could be rapping. What am I real? I don't really know. I was gonna say everything maybe I'm not that good at much, so everything I'm decent at, I like put it out there because I want everybody to know because there's not much.
I mean, I feel like bow hunting, it's
Yeah,
not obviously a hidden talent, it's a known talent of yours, but that's a talent.
yeah, that's a good answer. We'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how old were you when you started that?
I was like 19.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so
did
I've
you just
been
take to it right away?
honestly, yeah, like it's always come really natural for me and just really, I mean, I'm not trying to act like I'm some like amazing archer by any means, but yeah, when I started doing it, it just like, it was one of those things that just clicked and I just love
I
it.
mean, but I know if you don't do it right and that bow, like it could snap or like however, and it could hit you. Like if you're
Yeah,
not, ow, yeah.
yeah, it can be dangerous.
Yeah,
You
you're
got to
like,
make sure you do it
don't
right.
recommend. Um, do you have a least favorite part of your day?
Uh, unloading the dishwasher.
Oof, yeah, that
Man, I
sucks.
hate that. Like I'm cooking all the time. Like don't tell my kids this, but like I get so tired of cooking.
Hey, I
It's
don't blame you.
yeah, like it's like really hard like always having to feed people and like you cook them something and then they just like don't want it. It's like really I just slaved
Like,
away.
really?
Yeah, to
Yeah,
cook
just
this for
slaved in
you,
here
like
and made
just
this for you don't want it, you won't eat
yeah,
it.
like when Sunny and Millie are like 15, I'm gonna be like, you cook for me. I
You're
cook
like,
I
the
spent
time
all
has
these
come.
years cooking for you. Like it's your turn.
Unloading the dishwasher, sometimes I'll rerun it. That's really lazy.
That is
So I
so
don't
bad.
have to
My
unload it.
husband does that and I could just
I do that too. Oh, that's bad. I know.
stop
But
doing that.
you're like, do not do that. And I'll do that too with like the dryer. I'll just be like, oh, maybe they need another round of fluffing because I don't
Yeah,
want to
like
fold them or
just redo it.
just redo it. What's your favorite part of the day?
waking up with and to my babies. They're so sweet in the morning and they're just so cuddly and squishy and they just like smell like sleep and I love it.
Oh, I
That's
love
the
that.
best.
Something that makes you laugh, whether it's, something your dad does, your husband does, the girls, I mean, they're little, but something that makes you laugh.
So I've already talked about the girls, so I'm going to make this one about my dad. He has something to say about everything. A witty comment, like he's just
He's
like one of
witty.
those. Yeah, he's so witty, and like he has something funny to say about everything, and he'll be telling a story that's really not even funny about something happened to him, and just the way he says stuff, like he makes me laugh all the time, and it's even funnier when like I don't expect that it's going to happen. And like when he's talking about like working cows and something made him mad, just like the way he says it, it's so funny. I wish like we could have like, I wouldn't really want to do this, but like a reality TV show, just like come film him. He's like, I
He's
kind of
funny.
feel like one of those old boys that's like kind of a dying breed. Like he's just hilarious.
Yeah, I'm saying this like I've spent all this time with you guys, but just the short amount of time I did get to spend with you guys, like you recognize about your dad. And I know they're working on the episode right now, Zach is, and it's gonna be fun to see like that translate, through the
Mhm.
TV. And I don't he just and there's moments where he's just quiet and then you're like kind of like, what did he just say?
Yeah, like that's what like a lot of it is. Like sometimes he's trying to be funny and that's hilarious, and then other times he's just makes a little like like passive comment and I'm just like, "What did you say?" And it's just so funny.
And by the way, people need to know, like, he participates in your videos and stuff, like on social media, and he also films for you, and he does a very good job.
You guys, my dad like loves the spotlight. when he when I first started like filming stuff and just kind of I started wanting to try to take social media like sort of serious. It was like he was kind of like, put that phone away, like we're working, pay attention. And then I think he got like one free pair of gloves or something, and he was like, do you want to take a video of this? Like he was just
Yeah.
like, do you want to do it? Yeah, should we, do you want me to take a picture of you? And like he's like good at it. And when we film stuff, I will have to do like two or three takes, or I'm like, oh, I'll do that again or whatever. He's like the one take wonder. Like one
One take
take,
wonder.
he nails it, and he's just like, okay. Like
It's so great.
he's so good at it, and it's because I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like someone an older, like just old cowboy, who's never done anything like that, might not just like take to it, but like, yeah, he just nails it. He's the best.
I think too, he's kind of like, what do I have to lose? Like, I am who I am.
Hmm.
I've been living this life a while. Like, let's
Exactly.
go.
Like he's just a girl dad.
Yeah.
Like through
He definitely is
he's
that.
through and through. Like he's a girl dad. Like no offense to boy dads out there, but like he's a girl he's a girl
And
dad. And
he's
I
a
think,
good girl dad.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's the best. I think that's why he's so funny.
I mean, I'm sure, well, my dad's a girl dad. There's three of us. And at some point, you just have to be funny to put up with, I think, all of our shenanigans
Yeah, you either laugh
throughout
or
the
just
years.
cry.
Yeah. If you're not laughing, you're crying. I always say
Yes.
that. Okay. What's one thing people may be surprised to know about you?
My husband and I think one thing people may be surprised to know about me. I don't really think this is a surprise. I'm going to kind of go in a different direction than I was originally going to, but I don't think this is necessarily a surprise, but I'm like very feminine. I love like getting dressed up, and like I typically like having my nails done. Like I love getting my hair done, and I'm very into makeup and clothing and fashion. And again, I don't think that's a surprise, but I mean,
But
I
it's
don't,
actually something people might not get to see because you're hunting,
yeah,
you're working cattle, you're horseback, you know,
yeah. And I don't want to say that I used to hide that side of myself because I've always enjoyed it, but I just now I like really embrace it. And I guess the older I get, the more I'm like, I don't have to dress a certain way to prove to myself that I'm a real rancher, or I don't have to,
yeah.
like, I can have hair extensions and like still go preg a bunch of cows. Like, and not that when I was younger it like affected me, but it like I felt like I got to prove myself, and now it's just like whatever, take it or leave it.
Yeah, isn't that interesting what age does to us all too? Like as time goes on, you're kind of just like, you know what? If people don't like it, don't watch.
Yeah.
Don't look.
Yeah, exactly. Like I used to get like so worked up if like someone would leave me a rude comment or send me a rude message or whatever. Now I'm just like you're pathetic.
Yeah.
Like leave me alone then. Just
You wasted time doing that out of
yeah.
your day. Speaking of hair extensions, I remember when you said you were getting yours out and I had taken mine out for a little bit. Oh my gosh. One, like if I don't get my eyebrows colored, I look like a thumb because I'm just so pale, like white. And so I was like, I've got to have some dimension in my face. And without my extensions, I'm like, oh no, it's cat fur. It was mine. But yours looked good when you got yours out.
It
I did
I
not look like that.
well, I will say it was kind of nice just being free, but I couldn't do it. So I got one row put back in, and I definitely feel more like myself, but it
I
was
know it's
nice.
sad.
Like
I'm the same.
yeah, like the day after I got him out, we like went swimming and I just like dove in the water and I was just like, oh my gosh. Like yeah, like hair
Itching
extension
your
are
head? Yeah.
yeah, like a mad woman. Like hair extension girlies like will know. Like we went to the beach like a week later and I just like dove in
Mm,
the ocean and it
so
was
nice.
yeah, like and you can do those things with hair extensions that you just have to do care and maintain them and make
It's
sure they don't
just,
get
yeah,
matted and like so
it's a lot of
it was
work.
nice being free for a couple weeks, but that enough of that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm back.
that's how I was. I was like, see you later, cat fur. I'm
Yeah.
going back to the good life. I'm going on the other side. Um, if you could participate in one reality TV series, which one would it be? I could see you on a few, so that's kind of interesting, actually.
Okay. I feel like the first ones I'm like thinking of like really don't reflect like who I am or my morals or because I'm like happily married with children. But like the
Yeah.
first one that came to mind was like Jersey Shore. Like I ate that
Just,
up in like yeah, 2009 whenever it like came out like oh man, that was
yeah,
so good. That was so good. Let me think. I really don't watch a ton of reality TV. Most of the ones I watch are like the cheesy like dating shows, like
yeah,
Love Island, but like I couldn't I couldn't do
yeah.
that.
Not that one.
No.
Yeah, I could see your dad and you being funny on like The Amazing Race or something.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny you say that because a couple
You
months
guys could do
ago,
that.
well, not a couple months ago. Let me think. I can't remember if I was pregnant with Sunny or if I had recently had her, but they reached out to me
Oh,
about
they
us
did?
doing yeah about us doing the Amazing Race, and I like did a phone call with the girl and everything, and I was just like god, I can't remember if I was either I want to say she was like 6 or 7 months old for some reason that's like speaking to me, and I was like I can't be away for that long,
Oh,
but yeah, that we would crush
you guys would.
because like my dad and I just he is like
America
so
would like you guys too.
oh yeah, like we would have a blast. I remember telling the girl and I was like, I just don't think I can make it work. And she was like, oh, I totally understand. And she was like, if anything ever changes, like please reach out to me, and everything. I was like, gosh, we would crush.
Well, maybe we're speaking that into existence for the
I
future
know,
again.
maybe we'll
Maybe
have
that's
to
something.
consider it.
Yeah. Man, I'm glad you did your episode with us before you like went on a show like that. And, we wouldn't have been able to, you wouldn't have replied to our DMs. I would have been so sad.
Stop, I would have.
um, okay. If you could only watch one movie or read a book for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Okay, one movie. Have you ever seen Apocalypto?
No.
I love that movie. I love
No,
it.
I'm very curious about this.
It's very you're probably gonna look it up and be like, what? Like it's like set
This
in
is
like
what she chose.
yeah, the Mayan times, you know,
Huh.
like
Interesting.
the Mayan people down in like the Yucatan Peninsula, I think is like where they're at in Mexico and like I actually don't quote me on that. I actually don't know where it is, but it's like set forever ago, and like they try to like sacrifice. They take this guy away from his family, away from his village, and they try to like sacrifice him. Do you know what like the Mayans are?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they try
I
to like
am trying to think
sacrifice
if I've
him.
ever heard of this.
And he like lives and gets away, and it's like his journey like back through the jungle to get back to his wife and children, and
Wow.
it's
And
just like a movie
that's
that
it.
like every
That's the
time I
movie
watch
for
it,
you.
it's a Mel Gibson movie. Like
Oh,
every time I
okay.
watch it, I'm like that or The Revenant. I love The Revenant.
Oh, that's a good one. I have seen
Yeah.
that. That is a good one. Man, those are some hardcore, like not even like a just a feel good. You're going all in.
Yeah,
You're like Gladiator.
I also love Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. That's
Yeah, so
funny.
I'm like, yeah, I'm very feminine. I love being super girly. It's like
My favorite show is
Two
Inglorious
Chains and
Bastards.
movies.
2 Chainz. We're like, wow, everyone's gonna listen to this or watch it and be like, we really got to see all
You're like,
sides of
what's
Alex.
wrong
This is
with this?
great.
Yeah, put Tombstone on that, and like you asked for
Oh,
one, but like those are my tops.
you're like, I'm going for more. Okay, last one on this card is a really distinct moment of pride that you've had.
Mm. Like for myself, like when I was proud of myself. Oh, when I bought my farm in 2020, that I was so proud of myself. That was a goal I had had forever, like buying land and putting down roots in my hometown where I'm born and raised. Like I always knew I was going to stay here, but that was something I always wanted to do. And it was something I wanted to do before I got married and before I had kids. And I did it. So that's where my husband and I live now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really, really cool. Okay, this one's called Field Tested, RFD Approved. So I'll name a product or a trend, real or fake, and you have to say whether you've used it or would try it or never bring that onto your operation.
Okay.
Cow print activewear.
It's probably going to be a no for me.
I said no for me, dog. For me
Yeah.
and 2 Chainz.
Yeah, it's a
I
little
get that.
too expected, I guess.
Bluetooth water tank monitor.
I would probably try that out, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy iced coffee in the feed truck.
Yes. No notes. Yes.
You're like, uh-huh.
Hmm.
Hot Rancher summer graphic tee.
Okay, say that, a hot rancher summer
So if
graphic
you had a
tee?
graphic tee and it just said Hot Rancher Summer,
Oh,
like Hot
yeah.
Girl Walks.
Yeah, like Hot Girl Summer, Meg the Stallion. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Nail polish that promises, or getting your nails done that promises to be fence stretching durable.
That doesn't exist, but if it did, yes.
You're like, I'd be all about that.
Yeah, I would buy stock in that company.
Okay, this one's fence fix or hard pass. So I'll describe a ranch task or scenario, and you say whether you're all in or hard pass. Fixing fence when there's sleet coming sideways at you.
Honestly, yeah. I would do that. I don't really mind the cold. I like working out in the cold, so yeah.
And how cold does it get there? I mean, it was nice when we were there, but
Yeah, it was
do you
nice.
guys
It
get a
can
lot
get
of
like,
snow?
yeah, we have the last couple of years. We get a lot of ice too, so I get like -10. A couple of years ago, we had like polar vortex, and it was like a real feel of -30, which is like
Oh
stupid.
no.
Yeah,
That's
but
no.
I'd rather work on fence when it's cold versus when it's hot.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. Because does
Yeah,
it get pretty, is it humid there right now?
yeah, it's so
Okay.
humid.
Oof. That's cattle sorting with the full crew of family, which you do that.
Yeah, I would do that. Just my dad though.
Like just one family member.
Yeah, just one family member. Yes.
Driving 45 minutes one way for parts.
Yeah, these are
You have to do that.
we have to do that. I don't want to
Yeah.
do that sometimes, but we have to. I mean, there's nothing where we live, so yeah, we gotta. I mean, if it's
You're
only
like, we got to do
45
it.
minutes,
So I don't really get to hard pass on that.
yeah, if it's,
Um,
I mean, only 45 minutes is like not that bad, so that's like close.
yeah. Well, this you already do. I know that. And we'll show this on your episode, but it says pulling an all-nighter during calving season. I
Yeah,
mean, What's like the longest duration, or like how many hours do you think you get to sleep during calving season? I mean, that's kind of a hard question, I know.
Yeah, the last 2 years, not very much because I've either been pregnant, had a newborn, and calving. Like,
So you're like up anyways, but
yeah. But a couple of years ago, I just mentioned we had a polar vortex. It was like the coldest winter on record for where we were at. We were calving out a group of heifers, and we calve everything outside. And, like we'll have some barns and stuff, but generally speaking, like everything calves outside. Like we didn't know it was going to be a polar vortex when we bought these heifers. That's literally what they called it. It was a polar vortex. And the calves would just freeze. Like we lost like the first two, like they just, as soon as they'd come out, they'd freeze. So I slept in my truck every night for 2 weeks out there with them. And I'd wake up every hour and make, drive a lap around with a spotlight. And anybody who calved, I'd immediately, she'd lick him off. I'd put him in the truck and take him home. And then my dad would kind of do the day shift. But yeah, it was like every night for 2 weeks.
that's one thing. There's two things to this. One, I have we have family friends that ranch in South Dakota, and they did like, it's kind of gets like this with our friends that ranch in Wyoming and stuff too. But when it gets like that negative 30 and all that, and I'm like, how have
Yeah.
they done it all these years? But then two, on all of that, I think about you guys doing that, you sleeping in your truck, and how you guys do this. And it brings like this like fire pit in me, because I'm like, and this is what people don't realize or see. It's like, even on Christmas morning, you guys are feeding, the herd before you're getting to eat and open Christmas gifts and yada,
Yeah.
yada, yada. And, but it's like, look what you're sacrificing, just even your well-being, obviously, for the animals. And I'm like, okay, people, come at like this livelihood, because no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Like anybody who says ranchers don't care, like they just don't get it.
Yeah, they don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you early morning solo coffee run before frost check, before just,
That
you
would be a
probably like to do
dream.
that.
I have like two little kids, so like morning coffee alone, like that would be a dream. Yes, if it was possible. That's like the nail polish. That'll never happen, but yeah. Like when I wake
If
up, like
only.
they know. I don't know how
It's
they
like they have
know.
an instinct.
They're like, "Oh, mom's up. Time to get up." And like when
Are they
I'm
light
like,
sleepers?
not really. It's funny, like when I was just on these last few trips, like they'll either stay here with my husband or like my mom will keep one of them. They sleep till like 9 o'clock. And then I'm here and it's like, oh, mom's awake. Time to wake up. Like they just know.
They just know. They're like,
Yeah.
let's get our day going.
Yep.
Let's put that 2 Chain on. Start
Yes.
beatboxing. Okay, this one's this or that, solo rancher style. So quick fire questions that show off your independence, grit, and your vibe. Okay, let's take your dad out of this, actually, because
Okay.
I think, yeah, alone in the field or with a full crew of people you don't know, but like they're in the industry and they could help you ranch.
I either choose which one I want.
Yeah,
Probably alone.
yeah. You're like, let me just.
Just do my
Would you
thing.
say, are you an extrovert or an introvert or a combo?
I'm an extrovert. I do love being around people and like I have a pretty I don't want to say my social battery never runs out because it does, but like my social battery has like a pretty big like extended life to it. So I love being around people.
I like that. Sorry, my mic had slowly drifted down. Would need to remind people this is Dirt Diaries. Okay, sunrise chores or sunset chores?
Sunrise. Yeah,
The
I
sunrise is
like getting
pretty
up early.
there.
Yeah, it's so pretty and it can be hard like waking up early, but I never regret it. Not that I regret doing stuff at sunset, but I don't know, just starting my day off. I'm a morning person. I love to just get up and start doing stuff.
UTV or pickup truck?
Generally speaking, I'm trying not to think of this stuff like, well, in this case this or in that case that. Like generally speaking, like a UTV, a
Yeah, you
Defender.
just go straight for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
First to fix it or first to film it?
Like which one am I?
Yeah.
I'm probably the first to film it. Got to document what's going on.
Got to document.
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost up to our time limit, but this one's called Ag Talk, Real Talk. So just finish the sentence with just honest insight and a touch of sass, or, be yourself. But the most underrated part of ranching solo is
getting to do things the way you want to do them.
good one. People assume I can't
rope, and they're right.
It's on the to-do list.
Yeah.
The best kind of day ends with
a cold beer.
And I had one with you, and it was a great day.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rancher thing when
things aren't going the way they should be, but you're still smiling and enjoying it.
Oh, good one. Okay, before we wrap this up, Alex, I like to ask everyone some kind of, I would say variation of this question. But if you had a diary and you could write something in it now for your daughters to read one day, what would you write in it?
This is such a good question. I would write how much of a joy it is raising them the same way I was raised and exposing them to this lifestyle. And I mean, it's more than a joy, it's an honor. And I hope that they, when I'm dead and gone and they're hopefully running things around here with their kids, that they will also raise their children and their children's children to love this life just like I did. And I always, always, always wanted to be a mom to two girls close in ages. Like, I'm not kidding. When I was like little, that's always what I wanted. So like, I've been waiting on Sunny and Millie my whole life. And like, now that they're here with me, it's everything I could ever imagine and then some. And I just love them.
I love that. That was great. Great note to end on. Well, Alex Templeton, thank you so much for joining me on Dirt Diaries. If people want to find you on social media, tell them where to find you at.
Yeah, everyone can find me at Alex Templeton _. That's my username across all platforms.
And you guys can watch how funny and witty her dad is and just their dynamic duo. And again, her episode is going to be airing on Rancher this upcoming season. I can't wait. Always so great to talk to you. Again, thanks for taking the time to chat with us on Dirt Diaries today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kirby.
That's it for today's episode of Dirt Diaries, where the women of Ag leave no story untold. If you loved what you heard, be sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with someone else. Until next time, keep showing up, speaking out, and getting your hands dirty.